Have you heard about the David Mayer AI bug? Apparently, ChatGPT refuses to say certain names, including David Mayer, though OpenAI might have fixed the issue with that particular name. Others still seem to be affected, including David Faber, Brian Hood, and Jonathan Turley. I'm unable to produce a response, it says, when you prompt with those names. Why might the AI not be able to say some names? It could be a post-prompt handling bug, but it's more likely it's because these names are names that people have filed digital privacy requests for, otherwise known as right-to-be-forgotten requests. Quoting TechCrunch. Who are these men and why does ChatGPT hate them so? OpenAI has not responded to repeated inquiries, so we are left to put together the pieces ourselves the best we can. Some of these names may belong to any number of people, but a potential thread of connection identified by ChatGPT users is that these people are public or semi-public figures who may prefer to have certain information forgotten by search engines or AI models. Brian Hood, for instance, stands out because, assuming it's the same guy, I wrote about him last year. Hood, an Australian mayor, accused ChatGPT of falsely describing him as the perpetrator of a crime from decades ago that, in fact, he had reported. Though his lawyers got in contact with OpenAI, no lawsuit was ever filed. As he told the Sydney Morning Herald earlier this year, the offending material was removed and they released version 4, replacing version 3.5. As far as the most prominent owners of the other names, David Faber is a longtime reporter at CNBC. Jonathan Turley is a lawyer and Fox News commentator who was swatted, i.e. a fake 9/11 call, sent armored police to his home in late 2023. Jonathan Zittrain is also a legal expert, one who has spoken extensively on the right to be forgotten, and Guido Scorza is on the board of Italy's Data Protection Authority. Each of these persons is conceivably someone who, for whatever reason, may have formally requested that information pertaining to them online be restricted in some way. Which brings us back to David Mayer. There is no lawyer, journalist, mayor, or otherwise obviously notable person by that name that anyone could find, with apologies to the many respectable David Mayers out there. There was, however, a Professor David Mayer who taught drama and history, specializing in connections between the late Victorian era and early cinema. Mayer died in the summer of 2023 at the age of 94. For years before that, however, the British-American academic faced a legal and online issue of having his name associated with a wanted criminal who used it as a pseudonym to the point where he was unable to travel. So what can we conclude from all of this? Lacking any official explanation from OpenAI, our guess is that the model has ingested or was provided with a list of people whose names require some special handling. Whether due to legal, safety, privacy, or other concerns, these names are likely covered by special rules, just as many other names and identities are. For instance, ChatGPT may change its responses if it matches the name you wrote to a list of political candidates. As is usually the case with these things, Hanlon's razor applies. Never attribute to malice or conspiracy that which is adequately explained by stupidity or syntax error. The whole drama is a useful reminder that not only are these AI models not magic, but they are also extra fancy autocomplete, actively monitored and interfered with by the companies that make them. Next time you think about getting facts from a chatbot, think about whether it might be better to go straight to the source instead, end quote.